What is up, everyone? Today we have a Stihl HS45. We got it running in the last video. If you haven't seen that, then check out that video. However, when we turned it on, the blades weren't moving. So there's pretty much two main causes that we're going to go over. I'm going to go over both of them, so stick around for the end. But need to say this, kind of required to apparently. Not really. But if you like what you see, definitely subscribe. I upload these videos at least a couple times a week, variety of pieces of equipment. Eventually I'll get to yours, and hopefully it'll help you out, assuming you don't just like to hang out and watch and chill in the garage with me. Having said that, let's go ahead and continue. The two things that we're going to check. Probably the easiest is if we flip over the machine and we take off this plate. It's just held into place. Some of them are cast. This looks like just a plain piece of steel. And we're going to take a look at the innards with this. There is grease in there, so beware. This is not going to be a clean job. Yeah, apologize for my voice. It's been super dusty out, and yeah, it's two things that irritate my sinuses: dust and grass. And I live very close to a very dry grass farm. Absolutely loves to till all the time, including today, which I found out that one has dirt in it. Anyway. It's like paper gasket we don't want to rip. So I'm just going to go over it very carefully so we don't do that. There's not as much grease as I was expecting in there. What's this? Is that grease? Okay, it is. So, what are we looking for? We are looking for stripped gears. So, this, I touched it again, is a pretty common one to go out. It's also very difficult to find a replacement for, at least where I live, as well as these, like the main gear below it. But I don't really see it being stripped out anywhere, so we might just have the best case scenario here. Now we need to take off the gasket. The reason why this is the best case scenario, because if these were all nasty and stripped out, those gears are very expensive. It's like at least $100. Last time I tried to find one, it was not the easiest. It took quite a while. Go ahead and take this off. Put that over there. So the best case scenario is that the blades are stuck. Rusted together. Happens. So let's see. Yeah, can't really move them at all, which is to be expected. I guess we have to take them out. To take these off, you're going to have to take off all these whole screws. There's one here, 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 and down there. Now, it comes in like a little stack. There's a screw, there's a washer, there's a spacer, and then there's the nut. When you take them off, just do what I did. Just put them like that. That way you don't have to worry about the spacers being, missing later. They like to do that. So, oh yeah, this was sticky. That was our problem. Super sticky. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of time and take some brake parts cleaner. I'm going to get rid of a lot of that crap on both ends, and then I'm going to put a little bit of WD-40. In addition, I don't really like to see how dry this is. I mean, there's grease in there, but there's not the amount of grease that I would think would be appropriate. I'd rather see a lot more. Also want to make sure that's okay. There is a different type that actually has a little like needle bearing almost. Very well might even be needle bearing. If for any reason you see a whole lot of those little needle bearing pieces in there, you pretty much just have a whole lot of nasty going on and you have to replace that. It's not going to be a stuck blade. It's a good idea to take it and just kind of clean it off. I think I might use like a wire wheel just to be a little more thorough and then do a little bit more brake cleaner. So that's really boring. So I'm just going to take that wire wheel, put it on the end of a drill, get this nice and clean, and I'll bring it back. You know what? I'm going to try something new. This is a surface preparation disc or a spaghetti wheel. Never tried it before on this, so I want to see if it is a good alternative. Granted, you probably have a wire brush instead of one of these in your garage, but if you have an old one of these, which this is, you know, why not give it a try? So I'll let you know. In addition to cleaning the blades, it is important to clean this because this is also pretty sticky and you don't want to pretty much leave any possible surface that's going to be causing an issue. So don't forget that part. I did a pretty decent job. That is actually doing a very good job of cleaning it up. This makes it a lot quicker. Before, this would probably take me a good 15-20 minutes. Good solid work just to clean that nonsense up. But so far, it's been, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. And yeah, time is money. So after getting this wiped free of any loose grime, I'm going to take the surface prep wheel and I'll do the same for that. Hopefully the light's okay, but as you can tell, got most of it off. Looks pretty good. Now, you don't really have to get everything off the top or the bottom. Now, what I mean by that is in the center, it needs to be pretty much clean. In fact, it needs to be clean. The top just needs to be clean to have the top of the washer to go easily through. So you don't really have to worry too much about that. Likewise, you don't have to get all the cutting surfaces on the top, just make sure it's in the center. Remember how I told you it wasn't a clean job? Well, now you know why. Just grease. We have to put in the gear. It was a small one called a pinion, I believe. I don't know, my gearing names are always off. There we go. Now that is moving, I'm going to put it so it's roughly right about there. And we're going to put the other one on top and clean the greasy area because, well, not really a point. Now I'm going to pack this with a little bit more grease. I'm going to put everything back together and then I'll bring it back. We'll see if this had fixed our problem. Nice and primed up. It's a joke. definitely needs a little tuning. But I think the blades are good. So, you know, like I said, if you have this problem, it's either the gears or the blades. You could replace the blades, but if they're sharp, they're not in poor condition, and they're just stuck, give them a good cleaning and you'll be fine. As you can see, this is maybe a 20-minute job, even if you use just normal hand cleaning. So it's not a horrible thing, and it's cheap. I don't remember how much the blades are, but they're expensive, and the gears are definitely expensive. So hopefully this helped out. If you like what you see, keep watching, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, SmallEngine101. Catch you in the next one.